Hello, March 5th here, getting ready to do my seed saving or spring seed planting. So I kind of get all my seeds together that I've had, and then I make a list of all my seeds. That way I know in which year the seeds are. That way if I need to order some more, and then I go ahead and these are some of my orders. But that way I know what I've got on hand, and I cross them off, and then I try to put an order in when I get done. And I don't order every year for seeds generally. Yeah, that was my Baker Creek in 14. Now, one thing I have done is I started going for the 1 ounce. Here's the Danvers 126 half long 1 ounce seed, $3.75 in 2014. Now, one packet would have been what, $3 or $2.50? Corn salad Dutch, $4. Okay, honeydew, 2014, $5 for 1 ounce of orange flesh honeydew. Let's see, here we go. Bunching onions, $6.50. So just a lot of that sort of stuff. If I can get it in bulk, bok choy, $7. But then normally these will last a good 5 years, the seeds, and I usually put it in the freezer when I'm done with it, or refrigerator. If you keep them good and cold, that helps a lot, and you can get a lot better. And as they get older, then I can go ahead and I just put a few more in for germination. That way, oops, that one lost its list there, but luckily I know it was right beside it. So 1 ounce tatsoi. And that's just what I've been doing here lately, just to save a little money. And then here's some of my older seeds that yeah, these ones I got rid of. Flushed a bunch, but I just have a tough time actually throwing it away, so I kind of keep it there. And then I do put it outside, and I put them in ditches and some of that stuff. And as I go kayaking, I take some of that stuff and actually plant it along there. Derby beans, 2014. So this is just kind of my way of doing it. As I sort through, these were some others that I got rid of as well. And then I just keep these guys. Those are my last resort if for some reason I happen to be out of something. But there we go. Holmes early jalapeno, 1 ounce there. So I need to transfer it over into these bottles. They say the glass is so much better, and I do have some of this in glass bottles, but I've got a lot of these plastic bottles. I just like to save them from whatever. It's just very easy to use, and I'm sure you're probably right that it's not as good, but still, it's a lot better, and especially when you put it in the freezer, it keeps them. But then I go ahead and just do this and get them all planted up, and then I make my notes and my list of exactly what I planted. And then out here is my area, and I just mix up my potting mix, and I just fill my flats. This year I'm putting a little of this in. I really like the mycorrhiza. I got it on clearance for $2.88 so I'm adding it back in. It's certainly not going to hurt anything, and it also has the water retention. And then this is my porch, my south-facing porch. So this is kind of where I start my seeds. I've got this little greenhouse, and I'll go ahead and I'll put, once I get all the plants in, I'll put the greenhouse over. But I've got a couple of these heat mats there, and I turn those on. That way you keep your roots nice and warm. I keep my extra mulch or potting mix in here too. I've got several of these. These are 15-gallon drums, and then I fill those with water. That way it helps to maintain my temperature as well. I've got them planted black there, and that just helps to maintain a good temperature. And let's see here. That's about it, I think, for my seed planting there for spring of 2016.